Pwani Oil.
Welcome back to KTN Prime. We continue updating you. Now, questions are mounting over the growing influence of goons accused of being used to intimidate critics and disrupt public gatherings. The latest incident unfolded at All Saints Cathedral in Nairobi, where a meeting convened to discuss the finance bill descended into chaos after a group of youth stormed the venue. Several people were injured, while others reported losing valuables during the commotion. Religious leaders are now calling for accountability, warning that the country risks normalizing political violence if those behind such incidents are not brought to book. Haman Kamariki with the details.
What began as a peaceful forum at All Saints Cathedral quickly turned chaotic after a group of youth forced their way into the church compound. Security footage seen by KTN shows dozens of young men arriving at the venue, some on motorcycles and others on foot, before confronting participants attending the meeting. Police officers at the scene initially pushed them out, restoring calm temporarily. But the calm was shortly lived. Less than an hour later, the group returned, disturbing the proceedings and triggering scenes of panic as attendees scrambled for safety. Several people were reportedly injured, while others claimed they were robbed during the melee. For church leaders, the incident is a troubling sign of what they described as a growing culture of political intolerance.
Now, this culture of goonism needs to stop, because once you start it, it is very difficult to contain, since it's not one politician who has a monopoly on goonism. They will do theirs, and then their opponent would also start hiring goons. As a result of that, we'll have insecurity.
Religious leaders and civil society actors are now demanding thorough investigations, saying those responsible must be held accountable regardless of their political affiliations. They argue that the emergence of such groups poses a threat not only to public order, but also to the freedoms guaranteed under the Constitution.
Individuals within the government are using security organs either to act as goon or to protect goons who are actually attacking others. Now, that begins to show that there are individuals within the security organ or within the government who are willing to go to any length in order to protect what they consider as their turf.
For you to get into a public office, you have to fulfill Chapter 6 of our Constitution. So you cannot pick somebody from the street who has been a goon and give him a position, and this person is supposed to influence others. And he walks around saying, because I'm close to the government, because I'm close to so-and-so, because I'm close to this family.
The leaders further criticized security agencies for failing to prevent the disruption, despite the presence of officers at the venue. Their concerns come even as one of the suspects arrested following Friday's incident was later released, with the police citing lack of formal complainants.
Pray again that my colleagues, church ministers, would develop policies that would safeguard the church so that we do not have church politicians interfering with what is going on.
So we are supposed to be very serious in understanding that when one is attacked, all of us have been attacked. And this should be a talk everywhere. Because what happens to this church today will happen to me tomorrow. It is the responsibility of every priest and every pastor to stand and say, not what has happened.
The attack at the All Saints Cathedral here in Nairobi leaves more questions than answers, while those stakeholders are asking simple questions. Is the security sector ready to deal with the uprise of goonism in this country, or is going to be very usual as we head into 2027 elections? Haman Kamariki, KTN, All Saints Cathedral, Nairobi.
Thanks, Kamariki. Let's talk politics now, and the move by Murang'a Governor Irungu Kang'ata to join forces with the Linda Mwananchi team appears deliberate and strategic. In the Thika rally, calls for the unity of purpose and one united opposition front yet again took center stage as the 2027 general election draws even closer. However, pressure is mounting on the opposition amid questions regarding whether the united opposition and ODM's Linda Mwananchi brigade will eventually join forces against President William Ruto, and whether a possible merger would send the